Move your hats and join us in prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. O God, as we come together for this basketball game between the Hastings Tigers and Mount Michael, we ask you to bless these athletes, keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their hard work and perseverance. Let good sportsmanship always be evident on and off the court. May the fans of both schools show their support for the teams and officials with courtesy and enthusiasm. We ask these things in your name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Now for the starting lineups. First for the visiting Tigers. Number 0, Brennan Whitty. Number 1, Gabe Garcia. Number 4, Jared Sinek. Number 5, Landon Jacobus. And number 13, Austin Newer. And now for the starting lineup for your Mount Michael Knights. At forward, number 11, Kuhn Kwon. At guard, number 24, Iron Lopez. At guard, number 25, Joseph Chenard. At guard, number 33, Brad Bennett. And at forward, number 40, Caleb Brake. Let's play basketball.
Hello, everyone, and welcome on this Friday night to the campus of Mount Michael Benedictine High School for tonight's Class B matchup between the top-ranked Knights from Mount Michael and the Hastings Tigers. The Tigers are coached by Drew Danielson, come into the game at 5-2. Wins over Seward Creek, Gering, York, and Scotts Bluff. Losses to Alliance and Kearney Catholic. The top-ranked Knights are 7-0 under the direction of Derek Spooner. Wins over Scott, Plattsmouth, Newman, Elkhorn, North Blair, Aurora, and Elkhorn. Opening tip goes to Mount Michael. You'll notice a new starter in the lineup for the Knights. Number 11, Kuhn Kwon, getting his first ever career start on varsity. Your starters for the Knights, in addition to Kwon, Iron Lopez, Joe Chenard, Brad Bennett, and Caleb Brink. Starters for Hastings, Brennan Whitty, Gabe Garcia, Jarrett Sinek, Landon Jacobus, and Austin Nauert. Hastings coming out in man-to-man defense. They will pressure the ball heavily. Don't have a lot of height, but they are a scrappy team. Kuhn Kwon misses the first shot of the night for the Knights. Number 4 for Hastings is their main gun, Jarrett Sinek. Backdoor pass and connects with Brennan Whitty for 2. Good pass by Sinek as the Tigers take an early lead. Lopez off the glass, no good. Whitty from range. Knocks over Kwon, ball hits Kuhn, and out of bounds to the Tigers. Tigers are coached by Drew Danielson. He's in his first year at the helm of the Tigers, comes over from Cozad High School, replaces Lance Creech, who had been with Hastings High for 7 years, led the Tigers to the state tournament last year. He decided to retire to watch his son Connor Creech play college basketball. Might remember Connor. He was the all-time leading scorer for Hastings High and is now playing his freshman year at Western Nebraska Community College in Scottsbluff. Tigers with the turnover. 2-0 the early lead for Hastings. Almost 2 minutes gone by in this opening quarter. Chouinard jump stop in the lane, a little long on the shot. Caleb Brink with the rebound. He's fouled. Foul is on number 5, Landon Jacobus. That's his first foul, the team's first. Caleb has 2 shots. Caleb Brink, one of 3 players for Mount Michael, leading the charge, averages almost 13 points a game. Same for Brad Bennett and Joe Chouinard as the Knights have a balanced scoring load. And Brink evens the score at 2s. Knights with full court pressure. Quan at the top of the zone. Tigers do cut it across. Gabe Garcia with the strong move to the hoop. Bucket and the foul. Brad Bennett with his first personal and the Knights' first. Garcia connects on the 3-point play. Talking with Derek Spooner, he said that Hastings is a very gritty team, and we're seeing just that in this opening quarter. Steal and coast to coast for Austin Nauert, and a 7-2 lead for Hastings. 5-0 run. Brink. You're going to see Hastings share the ball, play good team basketball. As I said before, they're a scrappy bunch. And this is an entirely new set of players from last year. Whitty off the mark. Quan, count it. 3-pointer for Kuhn Quan. Garcia. Sinek with the ball is an actual walk-on, football walk-on for Nebraska. Will be joining the Huskers next year as a quarterback. I think he's channeling his inner Trevor Lawrence with the hair. Landon Jacobus from distance. Hastings coming out inspired, a 10-5 lead, and the Knights turn it over again. If you can see that Hastings bench, they are bringing the energy tonight. If Mount Michael thought this would be an easier game than Tuesday's matchup against a ranked Hastings team, that might not be the case. Iron Lopez with the steal, but travels before the pass. Another turnover on the Mount. These two coaches are familiar with each other. Both Hastings College basketball players. Did not play at the same time, but both played for the head coach Lance Creech, the former coach for Hastings High. It was Brendan Whitty with another basket. Now 12-5. Brad Bennett, baseline drive. And a timeout for Mount Michael, a 30-second timeout. The Hastings Tigers have thrown the first punch here with 3:24 left to go in this opening quarter, leading 12-7. Just to continue on that point with the two coaches, both Derek Spooner and Drew Danielson played collegiately at Hastings College. While they were there, their head coach was Lance Creech, who after that time frame actually moved over to Hastings High, coached his son Connor, had a very good run with the Tigers, culminating last year with a trip to the state tournament. But they have since graduated not only Creech, but you might remember 6'8" Hagen Hilgendorf. Had a very solid squad last year, but an entirely new group of faces this year. And a solid set of seniors, as you've seen in this opening quarter. They are not afraid, and they are coming out and playing very, very aggressively. Woody, Garcia, Jacobus, and Nauert all on the board. And their leading scorer, Jarrett Sinek, the only one not on the scoreboard yet. Joe Brueggemann, Parker Hodovy, and Kyle Palin check in for the Knights. See if some new faces can change the fortunes here as the Knights face an early 5-point deficit. Loose ball, tied up, possession arrow to Hastings. On the floor for the Tigers right now, Jacobus, Woody, Garcia, Sinek, and number 3, Roddy McLean, the first substitution of the night for Hastings. Sinek looking inside. Parker Hodovy almost able to get the steal. Another substitution for the Tigers, Braden Schramm entering the game. And Nauert also returning to the lineup. Woody working on Kyle Palin, and that's 6 quick points for Brendan Woody. Hastings doubling up the Knights right now, 14-7. Nearly another turnover. The Knights are going to have to match the energy of Hastings to get back into the game here. Still very early though, 2:45 left in the opening quarter. Tigers showing some zone now. Mount Michael does have their 3-point shooters on the floor with Bennett and Brueggemann. Brad to Kyle Palin, misses the first but gets his own rebound. Kyle Palin with the putback. Brugge almost got that one, but can't corral it, knocks it out of bounds. Jacobus back into the game. Nauert will take a seat. Here come the Knights. Palin trying to save it out of bounds. Turns it over, but Brugge gets it right back. Got a scrum right here. Brad Bennett will set things up for the Knights. Under 2 minutes now in the first quarter. Hand check by Jacobus. His second foul, the second team foul for Hastings.
Hastings number 5, Jacobus, his first personal, team second.
Justin Musgrave making his first appearance for Hastings, number 2. Caleb, count it. Brink for 2. Foul is on number 0, Brennan Woody, his first, team foul number 3. See if Caleb can convert the three-point play. He does. Now a 2-point advantage for the Tigers. Fast-paced first quarter here, much different than the Elkhorn game we saw on Tuesday night. That was much more methodical. I think the Knights prefer this pace. Got a push off on the play. Joe Brueggemann tabbed for the foul. Second team foul for the Knights. Hastings with the lead here without their leading scorer, Jarrett Sinek, getting on the board. I'm sure Coach Danielson is happy with the start. Good hustle by Bennett. Almost forces the turnover. Garcia pump fakes into the paint. Good ball movement, three-pointer off the mark. 35 seconds. See if the Knights want to hold for a final shot or work for a good one regardless of the clock. Looks like the Knights will hold for one. Down 2, 10 seconds to go. Brad Bennett isolating against Sinek to Brueggemann. Brueggemann inside. They're going to call it a charge. Joe Brueggemann called for the offensive infraction. That's foul number 2. Third team foul for the Knights. 2 seconds left. Knights will bring back Quan and Chenard. They'll bring full court pressure. Sinek will let the clock wind down. After 1 quarter of play, we got a good one rolling here on Coach Kane Court. Hastings 14, Mount Michael 12. We'll be back with more action on the Mount Michael Strive TV network. And welcome back to Mount Michael High School. I want to welcome everyone who's tuning in tonight from the extended Mount Michael family. Also our neighbors in the Midwestern part of the state. Maybe watching from Hastings. 14-12, your score. The top-ranked Knights down early. Quan with the air ball. And here come the Tigers. Timeout for Hastings as Garcia was trapped along the sideline. 30-second timeout here. Your first quarter scoring summary, Brennan Whitty leading the way for the Tigers with 6 points. Gabe Garcia with 3, Landon Jacobus 3, Austin Nauert with 2. On the Mount Michael side of the ledger, Caleb Brink with 5, Kun Kwan with a 3, Kyle Palin and Brad Bennett 2 each. A good one so far. I want to thank our Strive Network production crew, Callan Schroeder on the camera tonight, Landon Fogel producing the action. I'm Sean McMahon. Once again, thank you for joining us. Thank you to all our sponsors as well for helping to bring you the action. As we said earlier, Hastings was a state qualifier a year ago, opened the year in the rankings. A couple of losses have since knocked them out, but a very capable team. We'll see if the Knights can match the energy level and start seeing some shots go down the bottom of the net. Knights in their traditional man-to-man. Three-point attempt by McLean is off the mark. Joe trying to connect on the cross-court pass, and Tigers intercept it. Knights have been a little loose with the basketball tonight. Gonna have to do a better job as we get through the balance of the game here. Another turnover. Quan trying to get it ahead to Palin. Ball knocked out of bounds by Garcia. Gabe Garcia, he's got a high motor. Point guard for the Tigers, got back on defense. Was able to stop Palin from getting a wide open look. Talked to Coach Spooner quite a bit about every team hunting the number one ranked team in Class B. For 3 years, that was the luxury that Mount Michael had, especially with a largely underclass lineup. They were able to play free because they had nothing to lose. Now being the number one ranked team in the state, the tables are turned. Knights have to elevate their level of play every night. Quan on the drive is fouled by Whitty. That's Whitty's second personal, the Tigers' fourth team foul. Quan with 2. Substitutions for both teams. Jacobus and Nauer back for the Tigers. Caleb Brink returning for the Knights. If you're just joining us now, Quan making his first ever varsity start tonight. Unable to connect on those 2 free throws. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter, still 14-12. Either team yet to score in the second quarter. Garcia looking backdoor, too tall. Lopez with the steal, but Tigers get it right back. We don't keep statistics on turnovers here, but that number's climbing for both teams. Ball on the floor again, another tie-up. Possession arrow to Hastings. Brad Bennett subbing in for Hodavi. Braden Schramm returning for the Tigers. Garcia also back after a quick break. One thing you notice during this odd year where fans are limited, there's still quite a bit of noise inside Coach Kane Court, the Palace. It's small enough that friends and family can still make quite a bit of noise, and what we're seeing even tonight, with just as many visiting families in the stands and a large contingent of players, Hastings is making quite a bit of noise on their side. Whistle will be on Hastings. Braden Schramm, 5th team foul for Hastings. Timeout called by Hastings. And just to finish that point, it's almost difficult to tell who the home team is. That Hastings bench is bringing a lot of energy. We saw that actually in the JV game as well, which Hastings won rather comfortably. But they got on the bus knowing that they were traveling to the top-ranked team in the state, and they are doing all they can to make it a difficult chore for the Knights to hang in. Still 14-12, scoreless in the second quarter. A quick point to bring up from last game. I know that my son brought this up. We had talked about Elkhorn and Mount Michael not having played in such a long time. Just to make a finer point on that, it was those two teams hadn't played at Mount Michael. So they had played recently, but not in this gym on this campus. John Rochone, the assistant coach and former head coach of the Knights, says that it was his tenure while he was a player at Mount Michael the last time that Elkhorn had actually played inside Mount Michael's gym. So I don't know if that's a correction, but a clarification. Knights inbounding the ball. Caleb had good position. Garcia outmatched in the post. Maybe smartly fouled Garcia before Brink could get the easy post up. 6th team foul for Hastings. Next one there in the bonus. Brink getting matched up again with a shorter player, and Caleb takes advantage. Caleb Brink, 7 points on the night. Score is tied. First time since 0-0. There's Sinek with his first points on the night. I beg your pardon, the score was tied 2-2 early in the game. 16-14 Hastings. Brink working down low again. Gets another close look again. Back-to-back baskets for Caleb Brink. 9 points in this first half for Caleb. Joe Chouinard with the steal. Into Quan. Quan with the easy bucket. And here is a spurt from the Knights. 6-2 turnover here. Brad Bennett with the layup. Timeout Hastings. Quick spurt by the Knights.
Timeout Hastings.
Unofficially a 13-2 run here as the Knights take a 20-16 advantage. We'll take a very quick break here, let you see some of our sponsors, and be back with the rest of the first half. Mount Michael currently on tap now, 2016. Welcome back, everybody. Clock at 3:40 and ticking down in the second quarter. The Knights, behind for the majority of the game, have taken the lead on the strength of a little run here in the second quarter. Now a 4-point cushion for the Mount. Brad Bennett keeps it in bounds. Brad to Joe Chouinard, and Joe gets another layup. Knights have gotten their last 5 or 6 buckets in very, very close. That's Joe's first basket on the night. Almost another turnover. Landon Jacobus checking in for Hastings. Eight straight points for Mount Michael. Woody working on Caleb. Kuhn ahead to Caleb, and good connection. Quan to Brink for 2. Caleb's been relatively quiet the past few games, but tonight has 11 points in this first half. Travel called on Sinek. Hadavy checks in for Iron. 2:22 left to go in the quarter. Knights now up 8. Was 14-12 after the first quarter. Knights have gone on a 10-2 run since. Knights making a conscious effort to get the ball in the post. They do have the height advantage. Brad to Parker Hadavy. Everybody getting involved. Hadavy with 2. 5 different scores for the Knights in this second quarter. A 12-2 run. Now a 10-point advantage. Sinek working on Quan. Quan, good hustle. You want hustle, folks? You've got hustle. Bennett comes out of the scrum. Good hustle by both teams. Brad Bennett from distance. A little too long. Both coaches applauding their team's effort. Love to see kids get on the floor and get after the basketball. Hastings likes to run that offense through Sinek with Quan on him. He's so long. Tough to get past those long arms. But on this series, Quan whistled for the foul, and he'll exit the game. That's number 1 on Kuhn, 4th team foul. Kyle Palin replacing him in the lineup. Garcia gets his own rebound. I like the way that kid plays, but turns over here. Kyle Palin ahead to Bennett. Bennett, nice left hand. Give the assist to Kyle Palin. Now a 12-point cushion. Woody steps on the line. Knights basketball. Pressure has really bothered Hastings in this second quarter. 35 seconds in the half. 12-point cushion for Mount Michael. Caleb up top, too strong. Let's see if the Tigers hold for the final shot. Sinek, 7 seconds to go, working on Brad Bennett. Couple pump fakes. Good defense by Brad. And a foul on Sinek. Ill-advised foul by Jarrett Sinek's going to put Brad Bennett on the line with under 2 seconds to go. First foul on Sinek, but number 7 puts Hastings into the bonus, puts Mount Michael into the bonus. A 1-and-1 for Brad. Brad is a commit to the Concordia University, one of the best free throw shooters on the Knights alongside Caleb Brink, so he's one of the last guys you want to put on the line. How about Parker Hadavy? Parker Hadavy follows up the missed shot. Hastings thought they'd have the final bucket, but instead they get a foul, a free throw, and a putback by Parker Hadavy to take a 31-16 lead. It was 14-12 after 1. So you do the math on that, a 19-4 run. And the Knights head to the locker room with a comfortable lead after a very tight first quarter. We're going to take a break for halftime. We'll allow you to look at some of our sponsors and thank them for all that they do. We will be back with some of the first half stats and the second half action in a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Welcome back to Coach Kane Court on the campus of Mount Michael Benedictine High School. I'm Sean McMahon alongside our Strive Network production crew. Kellen Schroeder on camera tonight, Landon Fogel punching all the buttons. And we had a second half explosion from the top-ranked Knights. Your halftime score 31-16, and a little bit closer look at the numbers during the halftime break. Knights went on a 24-2 run to take the lead into the locker room. It was 14-12 after one, but that was the start of the run. Mount Michael actually outscored Hastings 19-2 in that second quarter. The scoring summary, Caleb Brink leading the way with 11 points in that first half. Brad Bennett, 2 points for Kyle Palin and Joe Chouinard. Parker Hodovy had 4, including a putback at the buzzer. And Kun Kwan making his first varsity start tonight with 5 points. For the Tigers, leading the way, Brendan Whitty with 6, Gabe Garcia 3, Jarrett Sinek, the leading scorer, with 2 points, Landon Jacobus 3, and Austin Nauert 2. Second half just underway. Starters on the court for Mount Michael: Iron Lopez, Brad Bennett, Joe Chouinard, Caleb Brink, and Kun Kwan. Brad Bennett make it a 27-2 run. Hastings came out and threw the first punch in the first quarter, playing with a lot of energy. Good backdoor pass. Jarrett Sinek to Brendan Whitty. Pretty bucket there, breaks the streak. That 27-2 run. And the Tigers had gone a long time without scoring. But they break the streak now, 34-18. Less than a minute gone by in the third quarter. Bit of a discussion about where the ball went out of bounds and where it should be inbounded. Brendan Whitty, 8 points to lead Hastings. Tigers have had some success looking backdoor with the back cuts along the baseline. See it right there. Kwan gets caught in the air and fouls Jacobus. Jacobus will head to the line for 2. That's Kwan's second personal, first team foul for the Knights. No one with more than 2 fouls for the Knights. Brueggemann also with 2, Brad Bennett 1. So pretty good foul situation for the Knights. Jacobus hits the first. No one on Hastings with more than 2 fouls either. Whitty and Jacobus both with 2. Garcia, Sinek, and Schramm with 1. Jacobus off the mark on the second free throw. Joe in rhythm. Looks for 3. Kun Kwan, the rebound and the putback. Kun Kwan, the tallest player on the court at 6'8". Knights produce another turnover. Nice block by Nauert. Hastings in transition. And Caleb Brink with a foul. Looked like that might have been a goaltend. Hastings fans certainly want it. Garcia from deep. Rattles in and out. Brink. You see Coach Danielson on the Hastings side is giving the refs an earful. Did look like that ball may have hit the glass first, so I think he does have a good argument there. You don't see that call on the high school level very much. Just very few players that get up and take things off the glass, and Coach Danielson pushed it a little too far, and he's called for the technical foul. Drew Danielson still beefing with the referees about that non-call on the other end. Caleb Brink with the foul that did appear like it was a goaltend, but pushed the referees a bit too far, and Bennett will shoot the freebies for the Knights. Once again, Drew Danielson in his first year for the Tigers. replacing Lance Creech, who I don't know if you'd say retired, but stepped away to watch his son Connor Creech play college basketball. Connor, a great player, the all-time leading scorer at Hastings High. Now playing junior college ball at Western Nebraska Community College in Scottsbluff. Timeout, Mount Michael. Will be a full timeout.
Timeout, Mount Michael, full timeout.
And Lance Creech really is the connector to both the coaches on these teams. If you didn't hear in the first half, both Drew Danielson and Derek Spooner played collegiately at Hastings College. Coach Spooner graduated in 2010, played under Lance Creech. Drew Danielson a little younger than that, but also played for Coach Creech. So they weren't teammates, but still familiar as they both played at Hastings College. Coach Creech then went on to take over the reins at the high school so that he could coach his two sons. Led the Tigers to the state tournament last year. Hastings hasn't won the Class B or any state basketball championship since 1954. Had one of their best teams in a long time last year, but fell short of the semifinals. And now a whole new lineup for Hastings this year. Came out very aggressively in the first quarter, led by 2 after 1, but hit with a bulldozer in the second quarter, a 27-2 run that lasted into the third quarter. Joe Chouinard, a nice running one-hander. Whistle on Brad Bennett. Referee talking to Iron Lopez, not quite sure what that's all about. Brad's second foul, team's second. Substitutions for the Knights, Palin, Hadavy, and Brueggemann in. Now we're seeing the 1-3-1 zone. Don't see this look very often from Mount Michael, but it's certainly part of their history. Coach Kane always ran that vaunted 1-3-1 with John Rochon, a former player and coach on the sidelines for the Knights. He's the one who masterminds that for Mount Michael, and Brad Bennett, strong drive to the basket. Good to see Brad getting untracked here in the third quarter. He has 6 in the quarter. 41-19 now the score. More 1-3-1. Woody. Three Tigers collapse on Caleb Brink, and they force the turnover as Brink falls to the ground. Caleb with 11 first half points, and they must have talked about that in the locker room because he got the ball on the post and had immediately 3 black shirts on him. Dangerous cross-court pass. Woody collects it. Credit that turnover to Brad Bennett, working tough on the top end of that 1-3-1 zone. Hastings also sitting in a zone. Some careless passing there results in a turnover for the Knights. Jarrett Sinek will take a seat for Hastings. Knights have done a good job on the leading scorer for Hastings. Only 2 points on the night for Sinek. Woody dribbles it off his foot. Roddy McLean whistled for the infraction. First team foul for Hastings. Actually, it looks like team foul number 2. I didn't catch that first foul of the second half. Pick and roll, Kyle Palin. Kyle going to the left hand. That's Roddy McLean's second foul, third team foul for Hastings. And Mount Michael is on another run here. 7-0 run for the Knights to extend this to a 24-point lead. Hard to believe this game was 14-12 after the first quarter and 14-7, I believe, at one point. Ever since that point, Mount Michael has elevated their level of play and really went on a run. 27-3 from the end of the first quarter through the beginning of the third quarter. That has busted this one wide open. Mount Michael has not had a close game, or I should say hasn't had a game with a wide spread like this for quite a few weeks. Very close game against Elkhorn the other night. The Antlers made a putback at the buzzer that was just a fraction of a hair late. Allowed the Knights to escape with a 50-48 win. Before that, Aurora, Blair, and Elkhorn North, all relatively close games. This one, at least with 3 minutes, 16 seconds left in the third quarter, appears that it might be a cushion too big for the Tigers to come back from. In the meantime, Kyle, with his second bucket on the night, has a chance to convert the three-point play here. And does. Now an 8-0 scoring streak. Roddy McCain with an extra step. Brink, one-hander. Nothing but net. That's Caleb's first points of the second half. Now 13 on the night. Right about his scoring average. Garcia, high arcing shot. Loose ball off the black and orange. Substitutions for Hastings into the game, Jacobus and Nauert. Garcia and Woody take a rest. Also, the first appearance for Trevor Campbell, number 11. Caleb Brink. Strong move down low. A 10-0 run now for the Knights. Make that a 12-0 run. I say Brad stepped on the sideline, and it's a good thing because Brink and Brueggemann were ahead of the pack. I have not seen all the Mount Michael games this year, but as far as I know, they have not gotten a dunk so far this year. And Brink and Brueggemann are two of the guys who have that ability on the Knights side. Not saying it would have been a dunk, but I think Caleb Brink was thinking that. Kyle Palin off the mark. 3 bodies hit the floor, and the ball is off Caleb.
Hey, you're only up by 29. Keep the pressure up, coach.
First appearance for Jackson Block. Sophomore for Hastings. Starting to see some new faces in here for the Tigers. Foul is on Kyle Palin, his first, third team foul for the Knights. Tigers have been stuck on 19 for a while. Jacobus is able to convert. Jacobus and Woody, the only two to score in this third quarter, as Hodaby answers for Mount Michael. A 29-point spread now with a minute 28 left to go in the third. I keep saying it, but it's hard to believe this was a 2-point game after the first quarter. Looked like it was going to be a competitive night, but the Knights have turned it up a notch, or 2, or 3. Joe Brueggemann, good pass to Caleb Brink. Brink with 6 points in the third quarter, 17 on the night. Lead is now over 30. Good hustle by Joe. Another tie-up. Possession arrow pointing to Hastings. Hard to believe none of these basketball players that you've seen on Mount Michael's side play football. Because the way that you see them on the court diving on the wood, and they're not afraid to mix it up just like a football team. (16-2) run here for the Knights as we're under a minute to go in the third. I think Derek Spooner's going to be happy with the way his team answered the bell after being out hustled in that first quarter. They have really jacked up the energy level. Hastings just has not had an answer. Woody goes to the right hand. Things starting to get a little chippy here as Brennan Woody commits the foul. Fourth team foul for Hastings.
Brennan Woody, his second personal.
Woody will exit the ball game with his third foul, and under a minute to go here in the third. 52-21 the score. There was a time that Hastings led 14-7. They had the Knights doubled up. Now Mount Michael is almost, I shouldn't say almost, they've more than doubled up the Tigers. Good defense there by Nauert as he sets his feet and takes the charge. Palin called for the foul. That's his second. Woody and Garcia will return for this final 5 seconds. And a traveling infraction on the Tigers. Now 1.3 seconds. So if you'll recall, at the end of the first half, Mount Michael was able to score 3 on a free throw, a missed free throw, and a putback with under 2 seconds to go. Let's see what they can come up with here. Brueggemann. Oh, Joe Brueggemann from just across half court. And it's been that kind of night for the Knights. Extends the lead to 55-21. And Joe is one of the best three-point shooters on Mount Michael, but entered the game with only 2 triples on the year. So good to see Joe knock one down. And with 1.8 seconds left, the Knights are able to get 3 again at the end of this quarter. Going to try and do some quick math here for you. A 34-2 run. My statistician is giving me the business here. Math is not my strong suit, but we'll add that up there. But a big third quarter for the Knights. Five points in that third quarter for the Knights. It was 22-5. Was the third quarter scoring for both teams. A 19-2 run, I beg your pardon. 19-2 run, but that's after a 23-7 run earlier. Anyway, you jog the numbers. There's been some huge runs for Mount Michael, and it's been more than Hastings can handle. And Kuhn Kwan sends that one the other direction. Landon Jacobus trying to pump fake the 6'8 forward. Kuhn wasn't having any of that. Trevor Campbell breaks the streak for Hastings as he gets the 2. Looks like that's going to be on Whitty. If so, that's his 4th foul. And it is.
Foul on Hastings number 0, Brendan Whitty, his 2nd personal.
And a quiet night for Chouinard. Good move by Joe there. He has 6 points tonight. I want to congratulate Joe. He recently committed to the University of Dallas. He's going to head south to play basketball. He has siblings who attended that same school. He's going to continue the family tradition and play some basketball. Chouinard, one of 2 Mount Michael players to commit to college. Bennett, the other. He's going to play for Concordia in Seward. Iron Lopez and Caleb Brink have also explored the possibility, but so far have not committed to any sort of institution. Speaking of Chouinard, he is called for his first foul. Your 5 on the floor for the Knights: Brueggemann, Kwan, Lopez, Chouinard, and Palin. Woody backdoor. If there's one thing that Hastings has been able to do tonight, it's some backdoor looks. And Jarrett Sinek is the one who has been on the passing end of those, which I suppose is no surprise considering he's a quarterback. His quarterbacks and passes for the Tigers tonight. That's Kuhn Kwan's 3rd personal foul. Woody with 2 free throws for the first scoring of the fourth for Hastings. Brueggemann trying to capitalize on his shot at the end of the quarter. Doesn't get the 3, but does get the layup off a nice feed from Chouinard. Brueggemann with 5 points. Lead continues to grow. Going to catch Parker for the foul. Sends Jacobus to the line. Plain entering the game for Sinek. With 5 minutes left to go in the game, it'll be interesting to see if we start seeing those Mount Michael reserves. It's been about a month since we've seen Aaron Carnish and Eli Sirkovich and Dylan Brown, some of those senior reserves for Mount Michael. Brendan Whitty, 3 points. 13 points for Whitty. Kyle Palin. Great assist by Iron Lopez. Now a 31-point advantage. Quick timeout, and with under 5 minutes to go, get the sense we're going to start seeing some of the rest of the roster for Mount Michael. If you're just joining us, this ball game was tight after the first quarter. Hastings actually had the lead 14-12, but big runs in the second and third quarter have led to a now 31-point lead. Just under 5 minutes to go, we'll take a quick break and be back with the rest of the action here at Mount Michael. Welcome back, everyone. Under 5 minutes to go in the game, and this one is all Mount Michael, 61-30. But Whitty getting hot in this fourth quarter, now 7 in the frame. 15 on the night to lead the Tigers. Kyle Palin, a basket and a foul. Another assist for Iron. Lopez averages 4 assists a night for Mount Michael, the leader in that category for the Knights, and we're not keeping those official statistics, but I'd venture to guess he's above that mark this evening. Kyle can't convert the three-point play. Still a 31-point cushion for Mount Michael. Knights are still playing very hard on the defensive end. That's senior leadership, learning to play hard all of the time. As you see Iron get on the deck, Whitty up for 2 and Misses. Woody limping back for the Tigers. Holding his left knee, but looks like he'll be okay. On the other end of the floor, Bennett appears to get the shooting foul, but after the referees talk it out, they're going to call a turnover on Brad before the foul. And here's your mass substitutions for the Knights. Eli Sirkovich, Aaron Carnish, and Dylan Brown seeing their first action of the night. All seniors. Sirkovich and Carnish are great on-ball defenders. And if you think there's going to be some letdown on defense with those substitutions, that is not the case. Because they will hustle and make it very hard for those guards for the Tigers. Brad Bennett now checking out of the game. 6. Unofficially 13 points tonight for Brad. That's right at his scoring average. 17 for Caleb. He's the leading scorer. Brink. For Mount Michael, Whitty, your leading scorer for Hastings. Eli called for the travel. Iron Lopez and Kun Kwan starters still on the floor for Mount Michael. Let's see if we can get Sirkovich, Carnish, or Dylan Brown into the scoring column. Here's Carnish. Eli, a little too aggressive. Whistled for the foul. Number 1 on Eli. 7 team fouls on the Knights, so both teams will be shooting free throws from here on out.
At the line for Hastings, number 33, Jackson Block.
Jackson Block will shoot the 1-and-1. Loose ball. I've seen a lot of bodies on the deck this evening. Another tie-up. This one will belong to Hastings. Now Daniel Mondi getting his first action for Mount Michael. Iron Lopez takes a seat. Iron on the night scoreless. And if you look at that box score, you say he didn't have a great game. Well, Iron played great defense, handed out a bunch of assists, so that scoreless ledger doesn't tell the story. Carnish with the wide open layup and a technical called here. Not exactly sure what happened there, but it might have been slapping the glass. Aaron Carnish had the breakaway layup. He's a left-hander. If I recall correctly, I think he might have gone to the offhand, but wasn't able to get the layup. Might have been, I beg your pardon, it's a technical on Mount Michael. Okay, I'm being told that it was for hanging on the rim, Dylan Brown. That's first personal on Dylan Brown. Campbell shooting the technical fouls. Misses both. Glad we got that sorted out. It was Carnish with the missed layup. Dylan Brown following up. Got his hand on the rim there. Referees called the technical foul. 2.5 left to go here. 63-32 your score. Mount Michael will improve to 8-0 on the year. Eli's getting his money's worth tonight. It's his second personal foul. Team foul number 8 for Mount Michael. Braden Schramm. Hits the first. Maybe a good thing that some of those rotation players from Mount Michael are getting a little more rest than normal, because they are back in action tomorrow night and they hit the road. They're going to head home, try and get a quick night's sleep, leave early tomorrow morning to drive to St. Joseph's, Missouri to play in the Bishop LeBlanc tournament. So back-to-back games and a little bit of travel as well. Sirkovich misses. Here's Dylan Brown on the rebound and put Dylan on the scoreboard. Daniel Mondi on the foul. Good to see Dylan with the basket, working hard down low, went to the left hand. In the meantime, Matt Janicek has checked in for Mount Michael, the junior forward. Roddy McLean, shooting 2, gets his first point on the night. You can see the work in progress for Drew Danielson and the Tigers. They have some ability, and they are scrappy. Came out through the first punch in this game, led after one quarter, but they don't have a lot of height, and the shots weren't falling tonight. Mount Michael was able to go on some runs, get some baskets close, and were able to break the game open in that second quarter. Minute 25 left. Daniel Mondi scoops up the loose ball. Dylan Brown to the right hand and gets it to go. Back-to-back baskets for Dylan Brown. Under a minute to go, 67-36 the score. 31-point spread for the top-ranked team in Class B, and they're still hustling. Daniel Mondi hits the deck, gets it ahead to Aaron Carnish. Aaron's going to be kicking himself. He's had 2 chances to knock down layups, hasn't been able to get either one. I tell you what, though, it doesn't matter. Aaron Carnish is going to play 100% regardless of whether the shots are falling. Wrestles for the loose ball, but out of bounds off number 10. Tigers have turned the ball over quite a bit tonight. It's always an adjustment playing on this court. Much smaller, seating right on the edge of the court. Hastings plays in a huge gym. And then you have, obviously, the great defense and pressure by the home team made it very, very difficult. This one is going to run down and hit double zeros, and your final score tonight, Mount Michael, the top-ranked team in Class B, 67, the Hastings Tigers, 36. Mount Michael improves to 8-0 on the year. They are back in action tomorrow night as they travel to St. Joseph, Missouri to play in the Bishop LeBlanc tournament. The Tigers are also in action tomorrow night. They're back home against Lexington. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back with the scoring summary for both teams, and then we'll sign off for the night. You're watching Mount Michael basketball on the Strive TV network. Welcome back to Mount Michael High School. Your final score tonight, the Knights 67, Hastings 36. Once again, the Knights improved to 8-0 on the year. Still top ranked in Class B. Hastings falls to 5-3. Run down the scoring summary. We'll start with the visitors from Hastings. Leading the way with 15 points, Brennan Whitty. He was the only Tiger in double figures. Landon Jacobus had 8. Gabe Garcia with 3, Roddy McCain with 2, same for Jarrett Sinek, Austin Nauert, Brady Schramm, and Trevor Campbell. Knights did a great job holding down Jarrett Sinek, the walk-on quarterback for Nebraska, who is also the top scorer for Hastings, held in check with only 2 points tonight. Over on the Mount Michael side, leading the way with 17 points in 3 quarters of play, Caleb Brink. Brad Bennett had 13 points tonight. Kun Kwan had 7 in his first ever varsity start. Parker Hodovy with 6. Joe Brueggemann with 5, including a long 3-pointer to end the third quarter. That was maybe the highlight of the night. 6 points for Joe Chouinard, 9 for Kyle Palin, and 4 for Dylan Brown in the fourth quarter. I want to thank all of you for tuning in to tonight's Strive TV broadcast. I want to thank our student workers, Callan Schroeder on camera and Landon Fogel doing a great job switching the production and handling the score and scoreboard. Our next game will be this upcoming January 14th. I believe that is a Thursday night when the Knights return home for their next home game when they will face Boys Town. That is the next time that we'll be on the air for the Mount Michael Strive Network. I want to thank everyone here again for tuning in, and we will sign off this evening from the campus at Mount Michael. Your final score, 67-36. Knights now 8-0 on the year. We'll see you next time, and everyone have a great weekend.